Recreation with the Rockford Park District. Welcome to our Crafty Wednesday. Today we're going to be making rock pets and fairy houses. And we're also going to be doing some little rocks with messages, special messages on them. So 3 different options, and if you get the kit that we're selling, you get just a variety of different ones and some paint, some brushes, and everything to help you along. If you don't, you can always gather these things at home. Hopefully they're things that you already have available to you. So we'll go through the supplies first. First, you'll need some rocks, and any size rock is fine. You have to really make sure you wash them real good. We did wash these and kind of soak them. We washed them overnight, soak them, and then let them dry really well so they don't have moisture inside of them. Some of these rocks are just real smooth and the paint sticks a little bit better, but any type of rock will work. Some are pointed, some are round, and it's kind of fun just to go outside and just walk around and find a neat rock that's special to you to paint. We're also going to need some paints. These are acrylic paints. If you're going to place your rock outside, it's best to use an acrylic paint or an outdoor acrylic paint. There's other paints that if you paint like a watercolor paint, if you put it outside and it rains, it's going to wash off. So try to use this type. You're going to need some paintbrushes. These are all different sizes of paintbrushes, large, small, tiny, and then there's some foam brushes. And foam brushes are nice because they cover a large area. If you do a large rock, they just cover a large area in a short amount of time. You're going to need paper plates. Work really well for putting your paint on. Any size is fine. You can also use a paper bowl. Sometimes it's nice to use things that you can throw away. You can even use like a sheet of aluminum foil, anything that you can squirt your paint on, just so that maybe you can just take it and just throw it away afterwards. We had some Google eyes that we're going to be using, different sizes. These are colored ones, large, medium, small. You don't even have to have these. If you want, you can just color your eyes on your pets. These ones have Google eyes. And then some markers. And this is some water. So if you're painting with one color and you want to switch, you rinse your brush real well in your water and then some paper towel to blot out the water, okay? And then over here we have some different types of glue and a glue gun. This gets really hot, so make sure you have someone there to help you out with that. And the glue, you can use any type. These Google eyes do have stickers on the back, but they don't stick real well for a long period of time, so you may want to go ahead and glue them on. So we're going to start out by making a rock pet. So I chose this rock, and I'll figure out what color I want to paint. I think we're going to do maybe a blue rock pet. So I'll just take a paper plate, squeeze a little bit of paint on here. You don't need a lot. A little bit will cover quite a ways. We had put this plastic covering down over this table. So at home you may want to, you can use a trash bag or even a piece of aluminum foil, a plastic wrap, wax paper, anything just to cover your working space. So we have our paint here, and our rock is freshly cleaned, so we're just going to dab some paint, quite a bit on there because you want to cover the whole rock. And you can paint the bottom if you want to. You don't have to. If it's going to be sitting like this, you don't have to paint the bottom, but if you want to, you can pick it up and paint it all over. And you can see this kind of foam brush is covering a large area in a small amount of time. I'm kind of going kind of fast here so I can show you the product when it's completed, but you can take your time and make it your own. There's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way to do it. Just make it your own. You can do any color. I know I painted a few of these rocks. There's a green, yellow, red, white. You can use any color you want, whatever you have works. You can use your favorite color, you can use a variety. I am just painting this one just all blue. But you can paint it half orange, half blue. You can make it rainbow. You can do any creation you want. And if you need a little bit more paint, just squirt a little bit more out. Try to protect your clothes too. You may want to wear a paint shirt. Sometimes paint can kind of squirt or splash a little bit. So that paint is covering really good on this rock. I think I have the whole thing covered. And again, if you want to add a splash of color here, a splash of color there, you can do stripes, you can do polka dots, anything you want. So before we move any further, we're going to let this dry. Sometimes if it's not the color that you want completely, you can actually put another coat over the top of it to make it even more brilliant blue. So we're going to let that one dry for a few minutes. So now our rock is all dry, and next we're going to, I think I'm just going to keep this one simple and just apply some Google eyes. Now again, these are sticky, but I'm still going to apply a little bit of glue, or you can use a hot glue gun if you really want it to stay on outside. I'm just going to use a little bit of clear glue and just stick them on like that. I'm looking at it upside down, so I make sure it's on there straight. And peel one more off here. Put a little bit of glue on the back and stick it on there. Now I like it just like that, but you are welcome to do any kind, if you want to do a face or a mouth or a smile, but I think it looks kind of fun just like that. And then if you want to, you can even create a little bed to keep your rock ped in. All I did was take a little container, I cut a piece of towel or washcloth up. You can use tissue paper, you can use paper towel, and just kind of put him in his own little space, like that. Or if you want to, you can just set it outside, put it on your porch, put it by your bedside, and that is your rock pad. I hope you've enjoyed making one with me. Next, we're going to show you some other examples of rock pads that you can make, and feel free to pause if you want to follow along with the picture. And then after that, Shannon's going to show you some of the kindness rocks that you can make in place.
So there's this huge thing going around right now called the Kindness Rock Project, and we just want to show you how easy it is to do with stuff that either from our art kits or stuff you would have at home. So for these, we're going to take smaller rocks. Flat ones work really well, ones you can find just outside. These we've already painted, so these are dry and ready to go. And what we do with the kindness rocks is the idea is to spread a little joy to your neighbor, to a friend, maybe just someone in the community. So we're going to write different messages or draw different things on them. So we have one here that says you are special, and then a smiley face one. So what we're gonna do with these three, the first one, I have all my supplies here. So I have some paint that I'm going to use to paint a rainbow on one of them. And then I have some markers, because if you're gonna write something on a rock, it's a lot easier to write it with a marker than it is to try and do it with a paint and a paintbrush. It's really hard to do. So we've got all that, and then we've got some smaller paintbrushes to help create things on these little rocks. So I'm gonna take this rock that we painted white, and I'm going to take one of my smaller brushes, and I'm going to just start and paint a rainbow. rainbow. So I'm gonna put a red arc on there. And then I'm going to wash my brush, as Paula said, with some water and dab it on some paper towel, get all that red off. And now I'm not going to do an exact rainbow color. I'm going to kind of pick my favorite colors. So I have red, and then I'm going to put purple underneath, because I love the color purple. And then we're going to wash the brush again. So you can kind of see it's a little bit harder with a paintbrush to do little details, but a rainbow's pretty easy. So then we're going to do some blue. Wash our brush. Then we're going to add one more color. We're going to put a little bit of green right there to kind of complete our rainbow. So there's our rainbow. So we're going to let that one dry, and we're just going to set that one right there and let our rainbow dry. And then we're going to write some messages on this other one. So I have markers in all my favorite colors as well. So let's see, I have a yellow rock and a blue rock. So you got to remember when you pick your markers that you are able to see the color. So if I have a yellow rock, I'm not going to pick a yellow marker to write on it because you wouldn't be able to read it. And then what's the point? So on a yellow rock, I am going to use a blue marker. And I'm just going to write on here, I'm just going to write love. Because that's just a nice word, maybe would bring a smile to someone's face. And so I wrote L-O-V-E, love, in blue marker. And then, you know what, I'm going to also take my red marker and I'm just going to draw a heart on it. And it's easier to draw with a marker than a paintbrush. So I'm going to take my red marker and I'm going to color in my heart. And like that. So we're going to have that rock, and then we're going to make one more. Let's see, we've got a light blue rock. So let's say we're going to actually take the black marker to write on it. And I'm going to write on this one, I'm just going to write sunshine, because I love sunshine. And sometimes people just need a little sunshine in their life. So I'm going to write S-U-N-S-H-I-N-E, sunshine, and then I'm going to draw a little sun just above it, still in my black marker. And there we go. So marker dries a whole lot faster than paint, so these are ready to go. And the cool thing about these kindness rocks is you can keep them and you can put them around your house for people to find, or you can take a walk outside and leave them in your neighborhood, and then maybe someone would find it and either people are collecting these or people are just moving them so maybe someone else could see, just to bring some smiles to people, especially in this time. So that's what we're going to do with these. We're going to go out into the park and leave them by some trees that hopefully some hikers can find, and they'll smile. So that's what the plan is for there. We are going to show you just a couple other ideas, so just watch along. There'll be a couple pictures, and if you like any of them, feel free to press the pause button, and then you can kind of draw along with that picture, okay? We have one more rock project ready for you that Paula is going to go through next, but thanks for joining me in our Kindness Rock project.
Different. We want ones that kind of stand up a little bit, if you can find. Any rock will really work, but these kind of really show off your fairy house. So sometimes it takes a little bit of really hunting to try to find some of these kind. This one I had already painted ahead of time, so I can show you. And this one would have been my next choice for showing you, but this is very similar. So we painted it green. And next I'm going to paint maybe a door and maybe a couple of windows. So whatever the front of your fairy house is going to be, you could just paint a a little door on the front, so the fairies can get in the front door. You can even do a back door if you want. And again, you can use any colors. Now notice I used a very small, little tiny brush for this one, because you're going to have little, what we call details. So we want a small brush instead of one of these big brushes. That would be really hard to do the little windows and doors that we're doing. And I rinsed my brush real good. I dried it on my paper towel. So over here, we're going to do some, let's do some square windows. Like that. And you can decorate it however you want. You can make it look like a sweet little cottage in the woods. You could put drapes on there. I'm just going to do just a quick little window like that. And then we better put a handle on the door. So I'm going to use purple and just put a little handle right there so we can get in and out the door. Okay? And again, you can decorate this however you want. You can put a lot, you can put a little. I think on this one we put flowers and grass along the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you're going to put the roof on. And these are just pieces of bark or mulch you can find laying around. You can use sticks. You can use pretty much anything you want in order to make the roof. This one we used bark. You could just measure it a little bit. If you need to break it off, you can, or cut it. But it doesn't really matter. You can just, it can hang over. So I kind of like it like that. You can see, like that. So next, I'm going to take a glue gun. Now you can use tacky glue, you can use Elmer's glue. This just is quick. So if you use it, just be careful, this gets very hot. So you'll hold it, just put a little bit of glue on here, and you squeeze it, the glue comes out pretty quickly. And I'm just going to set it right like that, okay? And I'm going to do the other side. Okay, then set your glue gun down. I'm setting it on a paper plate so it doesn't touch anything and burn anything. So there is the roof. It'll be just like that. So, and again, it's your creation. You can add as much as you want or as little as you like. And there'll be some more examples we're going to put some pictures up so you can follow along. So we hope you've enjoyed this.